Minnesota Vikings got the number 22 overall pick in this year's draft from the Buffalo Bills in the Stefon Diggs trade. And as we said before about the pick, it's sort of in an awkward spot because barring some elite talent falling, a lot of the picks will sort of seem like a reach at 22 and 25 because there will be a lot of similar value being taken at the top end of day two, from picks, say, 20 to 60. I mean, there's a whole strata of players that you could just kind of pull out of a hat, frankly. But 22, I do think that it is one of the most valuable picks in the back end of the first round because of where it is. Specifically, 22 ahead of 23, hashtag math, because that's where the Patriots sit with their first round pick right now. So the Patriots lost Tom Brady, RIP, have no cap space. And do they really believe in Jarrett Stidham? Do they really believe in the corpse of Brian Hoyer? Probably not. So unless Belichick is full on in the tank for Lawrence Derby, which certainly could be a possibility, right? But if they do want to be competitive this year, if they do want to replace Tom Brady, if they do want to not put in a 2-14 season, they should and could be looking for a quarterback this year, as well as they don't have a second round pick. Because, of course, genius GM Bill Belichick traded a second round pick to Atlanta for Mo Sanu. No. Yeah. So even the potential of getting a guy like Jake from State Farm or even a guy like Jalen Hurts, who, of course, Belichick would have a lot of background info on because him and Nick Saban go way back like chiropractic. So it's probably going to have to be the first if they want a contributing quarterback this year. And also, Bill Belichick, he saw how Pat Mahomes operates, right? So what the big-armed, athletic, YOLO gunslinger can do. And you got to think, watching Chiefs film, he's like, I want that. That's full-on sexy time. Bring that on, right? So in this year's draft, Jordan Love from Utah State is the closest facsimile to Mahomes. Now, is he a perfect Mahomes clone? Absolutely not. But is he the big-armed athletic gambler? Yes. Yes, he is. And he could certainly be in range for the Patriots there at 23. But the problem is everyone knows that too. All right, so that's pretty much the outside the top 5, outside the top 10, pretty much the Patriots going quarterback there. Check at 23, right? So if Love or even like Justin Herbert starts falling out of the top 10, I mean, where does the quarterback go? So 10 to the Browns, no. I mean, still Rona Baker Mayfield. 11 Jets, no. 12 Raiders, probably not. Although they do have 12 and 19, so maybe. I mean, because obviously they don't necessarily believe in Derek Carr long term, but also they do have Marcus Mariota on the roster, and also he's going to be the starting quarterback for them at some point too. 13 Niners, no, although they probably should because Jimmy G ain't crap. 14 Bucks, no, none at this point. 15 Broncos, no. They still think that Drew Lock is going to be good. All right, 16 Falcons. I mean, probably should, but also, 17 Cowboys. Maybe they should go quarterback because Dak is definitely going to come down with the Rona. He keeps working out with Dez all the time. 18 Dolphins. They're probably getting their quarterback at 5 or maneuvering around at 5. So they should either get Tua or maybe even they get Herbert. Hell, maybe even they trade out for Joe Burrow. It's fine. Raiders, like we mentioned, 20 Jacksonville. Now, this one is a possibility. Also, the Jaguars do draft at 9 in this draft, so maybe they circle around. Maybe they get Jordan Love. Maybe they get Justin Herbert, one of the picks. I don't really know, right? 21 Eagles, no, not in the market, although they could be because Carson Wentz, 8. Not any of that, right? And then 22 is the Vikings. So everyone and their mom knows that the Patriots could be looking for a quarterback at 23, but also could a team trade up into the teens, especially if Herbert falls or if Jordan Love is still available? It's a possibility for sure, but if it gets to that point in the draft, Love is still on board, Vikings could be in prime position to auction off that pick to the Patriots, do a little, Bears, Trubisky, and the Niners, like, hey, you better come up to 2 from 3 because someone's going to come up. I don't know, but in this one, there could be legit competition. What is the other team that could be bidding against the Patriots? The Colts. Right, because the Colts, a lot of projections had them going quarterback at number 13 before they traded that pick to the Niners for DeForest Buckner. Now, they do have an extra second-round pick in this year's draft from Washington that was part of the Montez Sweat trade last year. So even though the Colts don't have a first-round pick, they do have 34. They do have 44 overall. So, even though it doesn't mesh up with the trade chart, 34 and 44 for 22 for your future QB franchise quarterback, as well as keeping him away from the AFC rival Patriots. Sounds like leverage to me. Sounds like a sexy little deal, right? So the Vikings would have, frankly, an insane run of value there, 22, 34, and 44, and also would have 6 of the top 105. So the fact that the Vikings could come away with that coup, as well as, 25, 34, 44, as well as 58, sexy time. Yeah, we said at the top of the second round there's going to be a ton of value. So the Vikings could just sort of, throw through the tulips, pick who they want from, say, Winfield Jr. Ezra Cleveland's going to be that mix. Jalen Reagor, Jalen Johnson, Cesar Ruiz, Justin Matabuke. There's going to be a lot of freaking talent right in that sexy little strata of the draft, and the Vikings can move there. And flipping it to the Colts, would love it. Or, go back to the Patriots. So like I said, the Patriots don't have a second rounder because they're like, hey, Mo Sanu, we want that guy. So it'd be like, Patriots, what would it cost for you to move up one spot and for us not to sell this pick to the Colts for that bountiful beautiness that's going on there in the draft? So you could say a 23 and your second rounder next year, a little bit of sugar, a future second round pick to move up one spot, or say go completely kicking it down the line, put it completely in the savings account. Say, all right, Patriots, here's what we'll do. We'll let you move up to 22 to keep Jordan Love away from the Colts, also your conference rival, and it'll cost you your future second rounder and your future first rounder. So 1-2 next year, putting the Vikings in prime position to go in the Trevor Lawrence Derby, the Justin Fields Derby, whatever, having 2 2s and 2 1s get it done for the sacrifice of a first round pick this year, which I would be okay with. I would certainly be okay with. Yes, and maybe it's optimistic getting that big of value for the pick, but that's what you can do when you have leverage, especially when a quarterback is involved. Or, the Vikings could frankly do the full-on having leverage. Like, they could just pick him. Like, they could just pick Jordan Love at 22, which, Cousins with the extension, it's really a 1-year extension, not a 2-year extension, but could they go that route? Maybe. There's lots of options for the Vikings at that spot. And also, frankly, depending on the board, I think 22 is way more value in a potential trade than a selection at that spot, just because of what we said of being a glut of talent from 20 to 60. But maybe trade a Rick, get on the horn, get on the Zoom, get some insane value, and get this thing done. But what are your thoughts? Huge value at pick 22 overall. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skol, production value.